He tries to grab the beer bottle and Gaina says, "Want more? Buy it yourself, peasant." Damn you all, I'm going to the principal. Maybe you'll end up in the hospital. Get the hell out of here, and I spit right on him. Hey, hi, I'm Gigi. Hey man, a good homeroom teacher in high school is crucial, serving as the bridge between students and teachers. And even though you think it doesn't matter, it's just like a referee at a boxing match, like a lifebuoy tossed to you as you struggle in water, like a soccer linesman. He's impartial, but slightly favors the home team, in our case, the students. He's the one who understands you, listens to your problems, and talks to the other teachers. He's the one who helps when you're in deep trouble. For us, that was our homeroom teacher, Teuta, who usually took the guest's side. She'd throw you a broken lifeline, your opponent would hit you with an illegal move, and she'd pretend not to see. She tried to pull you further into the mess you wanted to escape. She was the worst homeroom teacher, barely present, as if she wasn't part of any class. She was about 21 years old when we were in 9th grade. Back then, our homeroom teacher was the computer science teacher. In 10th grade, he left, and we ended up with Teuta, an immature, mean, and vindictive woman. With us, she was in charge, but around other teachers, she was powerless. They walked all over her. Everyone just did whatever they wanted. And she didn't even care, man. She couldn't care less. All she cared about was getting her paycheck at the end of the month, and whatever else she could squeeze out of us. Class fund, football championship money, and similar things. Luckily, not everyone acted that way. She had a few favorites in class, like Lupeanu and Nelu, who always tried to please her. I'm not so sure about Lupeanu, but Nelu definitely did. They would snitch to her about everything that happened. They'd also give her a little something now and then, and these guys never had any absences, man, even though sometimes they'd be gone for months. On the other hand, me, Gaina, Grasu, Mazga, and Don were persona non grata. We'd even bring notes from our parents, and she still wouldn't excuse our absences. We had 200 or 300 absences per semester, and we're at risk of being expelled, and those two had less than 10, even though sometimes they missed more than we did. We eventually caught on to the trick too, but that's another story. Yeah, man, the other teachers didn't like her either. No one talked to her except the gym teacher at school, because the 1st to 8th grade classes studied there in the morning. That guy was hitting on her. I think they even got married. Anyway, the point is her office was next to the gym, where she stayed during breaks. A hallway connected the gym and her office. You could change there or drink cognac and vodka when it was too cold outside, like I did with Gaina. Let me start at the beginning, back to my high school years, around mid-11th grade in December. It was so cold outside that stones in your nose could freeze, and sometimes there were blizzards. At the beginning of the year, we got a new history teacher, actually a substitute teacher, and this one was the same, about 20 years old. Gaina and I barely attended his class. We went once at the start of the year, and he gave us both a 4. We went again for the test. I got an 8 or 9, and Gaina got a 7, just enough to pass. We had one class a week and only needed 2 grades, so we stopped attending. Yeah, man, and like I was saying, on a cold December day, I was coming back from the valley with Gaina. We had downed 1.5 liters of beer from a 2-liter bottle. We were freezing our asses off. Your hair was frozen stiff. Little rooster, what do you want? It's cold, and you've turned white. Are you alive? Look who's talking. You're shaking like an alcoholic. If you're a vampire, don't suck my blood. Your jokes are terrible. Let the fat one suck you. And you, Teuta, you animal, get lost. Get lost. A man who looked about 20 approached us from the fence dividing our high school and the neighboring one, so we assumed he was a student from there. Hey, why are you talking like that? Why are you at the high school with that beer? Is he talking to us, Gain? I'm not sure, Gigi. He keeps coming over, asking for beer, telling us to go to the principal, calling me peasant, and repeating, "Give me that beer." Didn't you hear me? Let him go. The guy reaches for the beer bottle again and Gaina throws it at him. Want more? Buy your own, peasant. Damn you all. I'm going to the principal. You might end up in the hospital, so get out of here. I spit on him. He leaves, red-faced, and enters the high school. Gaina and I were dizzy from the beer and puffed up. We finish our beers, the bell rings for break, and we head to class. Since 10th grade, we've been in a former geography storage room because our old classroom was taken by the A class, Diliu's class. Their homeroom teacher, the math teacher, had influence. Not like the useless Teuta. This was after we installed a new door, curtains, windows, and made all necessary repairs. They moved us into a storage room barely wider than a 4-seat lab bench. We could barely squeeze between the benches and the wall. At the front was the teacher's desk, a blackboard, and 4 benches for 4 students each, since only 16 of us remained. There was no heat and 2 windows were broken despite us paying both the school and class funds. We stayed that way for 3 years. In the last row sat Don, May, Gaina, Muzga, and Grasul. But he only showed up once in a blue moon, so usually it was just the 4 of us. And we sat down at the desk. What's up, Don? Good, the history guy just left to fight with some people outside. When? Now. They say they spat and threw beer at him. Beer and spit? Hey, Gaina, I think that was him. Let's go outside, hurry. Was it you guys? Gigi was furious and checked all the classrooms. What else could we do? We quickly left and went outside. If you want to see a fictional ending to the story with the history teacher, here's an episode from Dial Lu Gigi, yeah? Man. It was nearly 5 o'clock and already pitch dark outside. Since classes ended at 6:30 due to the short winter schedule, we decided to go home. We go to the bus stop, wait, and then Gaina says, I'm starving, my stomach's battling. The bus is coming soon. Let's grab some wafers here. There was a store 10 meters from the bus stop. We go into the store and see the bus coming, so we run towards it. He didn't stop because he didn't see anyone at the bus stop. We missed the bus, man. I was hungry. What do you want from me? Chicken brain. Now we have to wait in the cold for half an hour. How was I supposed to know? Let's go. We missed it. I'm not hungry. Let's get a beer. Man, you're an idiot. We head to a warm terrace, have some beers, and suddenly it's past 7 when we check the time. We go back to the station. We wait and wait. Hey, Gigi, my stomach's acting up again. Let's get some Eugenia biscuits. Man, are you crazy? What's wrong with you? I'm hungry. What do you want? You get them. I'll stay here. If anything happens, I'll call. Done. He goes into the store, and of course the car pulls up. I shout, but how could he hear me inside? I run to the door. Hey, the car, come quick. We both run toward it, but when we were 2 meters away, the guy locks the doors and drives off. Screw him and screw you too. Now, what the hell are we going to do? We wait for the next one. What else? The thing was, after 7, the car only came once an hour, winter schedule. We returned to the store for wafers and Eugenie since I was hungry, and then Gaina says, let's get vodka. Gigi, I'm out of money, just 2 lei left. It's okay, I have some, my treat. Good, wash away your sins. I hand him the 2 lei and Gaina accepts them. A bottle of vodka and one of brandy to warm us up. Man, we drank that vodka, it was a small one. But we were still cold, our teeth chattered. The car was due at 8:30, but it was only 8. Gigi, is anyone else in the high school? I doubt it at this hour. Let's go to Cuta's office to warm up. Man, when I think you can't do or say anything dumber, you say something like that and make up for all your mistakes. Come on, let's go. We knew that the student's entrance door was broken. It couldn't be locked with the key anymore. We could get in without any problems, and that's what we did. We take the cognac, wafers, and Eugenia biscuits and head into the high school. We entered the lobby or waiting room, whatever it was, which led to Tayuta's office and the gym. We sit in the hallway drinking cognac and talking about that history teacher. That damn fool taking our beer. You shouldn't have thrown it at him either, but why did you spit on him? I thought he was just an extra from the other high school. Well, me too, right? To hell with him. If we get caught, you talk to Don. And what should I tell him, man, to talk to Dovlichel? They're neighbors. We'll get expelled for sure. I'll talk, man. But we'll get him a pack of Kent. Something like that. We'll get it. And we'll give Bulgar a beer, too. Maybe Chuda will find out, too. And what does she do? She gets drunk because she's getting rid of us. That's what I'm saying. Forget about her. Haven't you seen how many absences she has? Lupu has about 17. Nelu has 8 or 9, despite missing 3 months. Chiabanu, those are her accomplices. I think they tell her everything, especially Nelu, that cheapskate who kisses up to her at MS-DOS all day. I think he's even giving her something, man. What could he give her? They're both dirt poor and stingy. He gives her a chicken and some eggs. They're peasants. Fine, I'll turn you in too. Damn you, laughing like an idiot. So are you a chicken? Do you have eggs or not? Shut up, idiot. He's giving her something else. A smack in the mouth. That's what I said too. I'll give her one, damn it. But you come with me. We'll both give her one. Get out of here with your crooked one. You give her one for me too. I won't get involved alone. I told you we should bring Dom in on this. It's his type, what he likes. No man, he's our friend. He used to excuse all our absences. She's with that sports guy. There's no room. The country boy would still squeeze in. You don't know him? No, leave him, especially after the accident. Now he's even dumber since he hit his head. What the hell? Are you stupid, man? Why are you talking like that? Sorry, Gigi. He was always like that. He hasn't changed. And Gaina bursts out laughing, chokes on some of those wafers, and spits on the door of the gym office. Are you okay? Are you dying? What's wrong? I choked, you idiot. Wait until you see her fit tomorrow. It'll dry up and won't come off. I have an idea. Let's make her happy. What do you mean, Gaina? And we started spitting wafers and Eugenie everywhere. Man, we were drinking cognac, spitting, and drinking cognac. We covered the door and walls with spit. You'd think we were painters making art. And while we were laughing there and spitting, we heard something in the distance. It was a little after 9 o'clock. Hey, wait, man, I hear something. Yeah, man, it sounds like footsteps. We pull our hoods over our heads and look slowly. And it was the cleaning lady, bro. She was mopping and coming toward us. Man, we waited for her to pass us and then we ran off. If she comes in here, what do? We run, we take off fast if she does, and we just wait for her to pass and then move on. She didn't enter. We hurried to the exit, and just a few meters from the door, Dovletel appears. The principal from the lounge. Now, what the hell they were doing there at that hour? I don't know, since the last class was at 6:30. Maybe they were just hanging around. Little Dovletel, maybe they were playing house, who knows? We froze, and so did Dovletel. Good evening, Mr. Director. Good evening. And we took off, man. Wait, hey. We got to the station, the bus came, and we headed home. We were sure he hadn't seen our faces. We had our hoods up, and it was dark. But we were afraid he might have recognized Gaina's voice. The next day in gym class, Chuta, furious, scraped off the dried streaks with a blade, assisted by his main helpers, Lupu and Nelu. He argued with Maizga, and Fatty blamed them, since Fatty lived in the dorm, and Maizga sometimes hung around the area. After half an hour, they finished and washed their hands in the bathroom. What did you do, Fatty? Have dinner in town? Shut up, you ghost, or do you want me to beat you? What's wrong with you, idiot? I was just joking with you. Or you, Mazga, were you feeling sick last night, Romika? Damn you, man, that fool is going to expel you for nothing. Shut up, man, you're stupid. Damn, Chuta, she always blames me. And this guy jumps up and slaps. The neon light above falls and shatters. Are you crazy, Fatty? What are you doing? At least I want to know I did something. And Muzga jumps in and breaks one, too. Hey, Muzga, calm down. Have you lost your mind? But did they listen? They broke all 8 and ran off. As I was leaving with Gaina, we ran into Chuta. Were those bastards Grasul and Muzga? I don't know, ma'am. I didn't see anything. You didn't see. I see you here. Tell me who broke them or pay for them. Now, what the hell are we supposed to do? The devil himself had a hand in this. I kind of deserved it since I didn't tell on those guys or say anything. He made us clean up the place. We had to pick up the shards and pay for the neon lights. We both paid for them the next day. Making things worse was pointless, especially since the history teacher and Dovletel might recognize us. Surprisingly, Chuta excused 100 absences each for us. That's when we realized Chuta was completely changing. When you paid up, we didn't go to history class again until the end of the semester. And then another teacher came. We had 2 grades. He closed our averages, and we got away with it. We avoided Dovletel for months. Fortunately, chemistry was no longer on our schedule. We only had him in 9th and 10th grade. In the end, everything was fine. We had no beer money and smoked less for 2 weeks, but got away with it. Since then, we didn't drink at school anymore, only around it. The risk was too high. Nothing good comes from mixing alcohol with school. All we had left was a priceless memory. Chuta on his knees, scraping our dried spit with a razor blade, a scene worth framing. We felt like artists that night until we meet again. Bye.